Hey everybody, it's Chase. Were you cutting a rug to that countdown music, like elevator music style? What is up? Is anybody in here? Am I the only one here? Yeah, no, there's 13 of us. All just appeared at one time. Hey, let me turn this on over here. Well, I see William Sentiment in the house. What is up, William? Trainer DC. Swole is the goal. Keep clanging and brain. Man, I am trying. I am finally like back into a routine. Ribs, my side are it's about there. It's about healed. I think finally. My abs are so sore from the ab work I cannot hardly breathe in and out. But yeah, it's time to also just trim it on down now. Trim it on down. 4K Tent Revival, what's up, man? Becca in the house. Hey, Becca. B MAGA, there he is. They're only noodles, Michael. Jack Burton in the house. Justin, what's up? Justin B. Sith O'Brick, what's up? How the Youngins football game go this past? Well, we lost the 16 to 12. We missed both extra points, and they got 2-point conversion both times. But he played the entire game, offense and defense.
Except for when they scored.
Except for the two drives when they scored were the two drives where he had to go out to take a break. No shit. That is the only time they scored is the two times he wasn't on the field. Because he's a nose guard, and he just clogs the middle. And when he wasn't in there, they were just running right at us. But he had a couple of tackles for loss, sacks. He's doing good. What's up, Steven? Todd in the house. Van Gool. William, what's up? Why So Bluetooth channel icon in the house. Donnie Deadeyed in the house. What's up? John Doe Juggalo. We're going to cover some physical media news tonight. Also, and I'll probably have to say this again a few times, but Thursday night, big live stream for the Vinegar Syndrome sale that launches at midnight. Thursday night going into Friday. We'll be back home from my son's game by 10. Me and Jason from Movie Mass, Pop Culture Mass, Brian from The Last Movie Standing, and Mike from Blockbuster Box Sets will be on live an hour ahead of that sale, and we will cover that sale as it goes live. Vinegar Syndrome launching a whole new line on that night. Not to mention their out-of-print stuff that they're supposed to bring back, stuff that's supposed to be on sale, and their normal monthly announcements. So, big night. Chase, one good chase deserves another. Van Gool in the house. Nice. Yeah, we should have some fun. That should be some fun. That should be fun. So that's a little late breaking. I just got that confirmed with those guys a few minutes ago. All right, chill. Yeah, make sure you're there. The Dream Team is back. Yeah, it should be fun. Lots of stuff. I mean, I'm assuming we're going to get some copies of Vice Academy to come back, which is one of the few that I'm missing from Vinegar Syndrome that I want. Tammy and the T-Rex 4K with Slip and Vice Academy with Slip are two of like my biggest outstanding Vinegar Syndrome things with Slips that I want that I don't have. I've got about all the Vinegar Syndrome and about all the Arrow back stock of stuff that I want. All right, John Doe Juggalo. Monty Python and Death Stalker. I've had Death Stalker for a while. I've watched both of them already. Jeff in the house. Yeah, that's a big hole for me too, man. I don't even have the movie at all, but I need it with the slipcover, so I've been holding it out. Ah, okay. John Cena farewell tour. Gus in the house. Hey, William, driver, what is up, man? Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Today I have been, knock on wood, my ribs and back for the first time in like 3 months have been completely pain free. So I hope that continues. I'm just doomed for more and more Mac and Me. I will pick up my on this sale. I'll probably go ahead. I might go ahead if, especially, I probably won't be on sale. I might go ahead and pick up that second Mac and Me. Jason, Team Alme Studios, also known as Movie Mass at Pop Culture Mass, will be on that live stream. Our Life in Horror, hello. What is up? Let me make sure we're all going out here live. Sorry, y'all. You guys, I wanted to double check this too. Make sure you go and subscribe to Our Life in Horror. They are at 761 subscribers as we speak. Let's get them to 1,000. If you guys don't know this, 1,000 is a huge number because it allows your channel to be monetized, and it gives you a little something to buy movies or whatever for your hard work. And the same thing with Jason over at Movie Mass at Pop Culture Mass. Dude has come up from like 69 subscribers to almost 500 in the past couple of months. Let's get him over 1,000 as well. Robert, what's up, man? Glad to see you in here. Love it when you come hang out. I saw some of the stuff. I gotta admit, I don't know anything about any of that. I gotta admit that. I don't know. There you go. William Cinema's at 151. John Doe, you're over 1,000, aren't you? Did you crack that? Yeah, man. Jason, I mean, he's a fellow Bulldog, and we talk movies. He's underrated. Que pasa, amigo? Oh, look at that. Team Alme Studios. Jason, Pop Culture Mass. You got a new logo over there. I heard that one was a pretty good one.
Yes, I'm here.
With the new tariff situation, Lumen had to place your big October order. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. Because, again, don't be bullshitted. I'm just going to say that. And Diabolic out here doing... We're going to talk about Diabolic. Diabolic DVD earned a lot more of my business today. A lot more of my business today. And let's go ahead and pop some of this up. Oh, you got to subscribe to John Doe Juggalo. He's right there sniffing it too. 775. Oh crap, man! I just totally forgot about that. Yes, I will get Risha to give me the app information. I'll send it to you on Instagram tonight, dude. I'm just, yes, yeah. Nice. It's a good 4K. It's a good 4K. Here, let's get this going. Hey, where'd it go? All right. All right, so Diabolic DVD. So, if you guys don't know, the tariffs will go back into place on orders under $800. They're always there on orders over $800. Always. They're going to go into place again on orders under $800. This is why I say don't let people fool you. Most retailers, they were already subject to that, because unless they were ordering a couple of copies of one or two movies at a time to stock their store, they were always buying over $800 worth of stock at one time. So they were always subject to the tax that's there. So if they go trying to order it now, you say, hey, did y'all always order under $800 worth of stock for your entire store at a time? Because that's the only way they would have avoided it before now. So, Diabolic today comes out and says this. Let's pop this up. Diabolic says, for 25 years, Diabolic has been your source for imports from around the world. If ordering in the U.S., you can feel safe locking in your pre-orders and not worrying about extra tariffs and custom fees when your order arrives. Why can they do this, you ask? Because they're playing it on the up and up. Because it would be the rare case where they made any single import order from overseas that was less than $800. It would be rare. So, yeah. Okay, so Orbit said this too. So Orbit said he orders so much at a time. That's what I mean. I'm just going to say his name. Jeff Rosa, the idiot from Films at Home, out here crying about it and pushing whatever other agenda. And I called him on this and he had nothing to say back. Because retailers almost always are going to order more than $800 worth of stock at one time. So they were always subject to this. So it's nonsense. It's a much ado about nothing for most cases. Yeah, he had nothing to say back to that. He had nothing to say back to it. He just wanted to complain. And, I don't care what your politics are, but when you make that the whole focus of everything all the time, like, man, that just gets old. People are tired of that stuff. So just be, straight up and honest. See, even I hadn't called Orbit yet, and awesome if he said that too. Because what major retailer is ordering less than $800 shipments to stock their store? That's crazy. Yeah, it's not gonna affect them. I mean, they're not ordering micro orders. But see, he can combine it all. So if he orders $200 worth from Arrow and $300 from here or whatever, the way they can do this shipping in stuff, because my mom owns a business. I'm going to plug her company right now. Now, if you guys ever need a plumber, Mike's Plumbing in Georgia. If you need Georgia around the southeast, they import stuff. So you can combine imports. So, the chances of buying less than $800 at once, you're not getting much stock off of that. It don't take that long to add up to $800 worth of movies. He certainly seems uncool. That's it, man. It's not going to affect these companies. Unless they're making micro orders, it's not going to affect them. Yeah, I told him straight up right here. I put my money where my mouth is. There it is, right there. That's me. You just earned more of my business right there. That's me. Which, by the way, yeah, I basic whiteboyed it today because it is officially fall. It is officially fall because we got pumpkin spice stuff. I will hear nothing of it. Speaking of that, a lot of you guys found me last year during my spooky season content. That's where I do 2 months, all of September and all of October, of nothing but horror and Halloween and fall content. And that will start on Monday, the 1st, with a big Monster Monday video where I have a lot of guests and we're going to go over our top 10. We're going to go over a list of 10 of the best monster movies ever for Monster Monday, our favorites. So make sure you check that out because that one's one we've been working on for a while and it's coming. Hell yeah, hit that like button. Toast up a pumpkin spice cold brew. Now normally I'm not a sweet coffee drinker. Normally I get like black coffee with just a little cream in it. That's it. I don't get sugar in it or anything. But the pumpkin spice stuff, yeah, that's my jam. Oh, and the peppermint mocha. I dig on me some peppermint mocha too. All right, a little other news. I haven't even told Risha this yet, so I may be jumping back behind the camera and casting and filming and writing a segment for a horror anthology film that's being produced by my buddy Lance, who I had on here. He contacted me yesterday, and I might be directing a horror segment for a horror movie. So that ought to be fun. Jump behind the camera for a little bit. Before I a little warm up back before I do my feature film. Oh, dude, I like when I'm basic white boy stuff on that. Glenn Powell. Yeah, I've had some run-ins. I've called Heath out on a questioning him on a couple of things, and he doesn't do that good with response overall. But that's why he doesn't get that many views anymore. Yeah, here in Georgia this morning it was like 55, 56 degrees this morning. I was like little fall in the air. I ain't even seen the Saw set from Imprint. Spooky season, baby! I can't wait. I don't have any white New Balance, no, but I wear like retro looking Nikes. I'm a plain shoe. I'm a plain like. I have my Project Rock shoes if I want to like kick it up and look a little sporty with my. But most of the time, I wear like Nike Air Pegasus 83s, like in 89s and what were they? The 76, like the old vintage looking shoes. Cause that's just me. Oh, you're gonna enjoy Ghost Watch. I think Ghost Watch is Ghost Watch scared the shit out of me. Pumpkin Spice is all things nice. Oh, Arizona. Blech. Oh, that drink was good. It was good. I got no problem, man. Look, the special coffees from September through December, because for the next 2 months they'll have pumpkin coffees and then they'll have peppermint mocha. And I like pumpkin a lot, but if you knew me, Risha, is there many things that I like better than peppermint or chocolate? Like peppermint and chocolate are two of my favorite things on earth. Honestly, peppermint may be ahead of chocolate. But I love peppermint and chocolate, so those are two of my favorite things. So the next 4 months, I get special coffees. Now, don't let it fool you. I still drink my plain coffee first. That's just a special treat coffees here and there. I do like an Americano every now and then. I appreciate it, man. It says, put 4K Tent Revival. You guys know he's got a big old channel over there. He's sneaking around the chicken coop, as Lee Corso would say. And he's got a big old channel over there. It says, push the likes, guys. Need to hit 100 to get this channel out there. Yes, I would love to be bigger. I'd love to blow it up. Some of my lists have been kind of getting back up there lately. I hadn't hit any more of the 80 and 100,000 ones lately, but I've been getting back up there around the 20,000 views and stuff. I appreciate that, man. Oh my goodness. Special education teacher. God bless you, because I taught high school and we have a college here, Georgia Perimeter College, like a junior college. But like I taught high school mostly, and man, bless you. No pay, dude. An antiquate. That is insane. I love anthologies too. I mean, I've got mine that I did, Creature Feature, but it'd be nice to be part of one where I can just write and direct a segment. And get to write, direct, cast, film this segment, and that'll be fun. That'll be fun. Yeah, so it's he just matter of fact, while we were on here, he just texted me the link so I could see all the other like wraparound segments and stuff, so that I can put it together in there. Nice. Yeah, yeah, it's back to work. Uh, back to work. We do need a box set of my movies, and I am working on that furiously. The biggest thing will be packaging, because the movies are ready to be burnt, pressed to Blu-ray. So it's just more about getting the packaging ready now, and that takes money because I like to pay the artists and everything else, and to get them put together, it takes money. So maybe I can set up an Indiegogo where if you contribute X amount of money, you can get in the credits and you secure your copy. That way, I have the money to have it all made. Maybe I could do it that way. What would you guys think of that? Like, say if you paid a certain amount on the Indiegogo, you get your name in the credits of the movie, and you get the limited edition copy of the movie. That way, I'm not trying to gather up the money to make all these and then like lose it possibly. And so I'm basically just making the ones that are paid for. I don't know. Would you guys let me know what you think about that? Oh, Spirit Halloween for the second time already. I haven't been out to any yet. I haven't been out to any yet. 53 degrees. So we weren't that far off. It was 55 degrees here just north of Atlanta, Georgia this morning. Here tomorrow, believe it, like this is the coolest August. I've been talking to Richard. I'm old, and this is the coolest August overall as a whole that I remember as an adult in the state of Georgia. Like it's insane. And I'm not sure we've ever even hit officially 100 degrees this summer. I haven't seen anything like this in a long time. And I did just see that they're predicting a super cold and like a lot of a winter events for this winter for us, which I'm down for. The older I get, the more I like the cold weather. Yes, we're going to talk about that. So I did pre-order this. I like this movie a lot, and I wanted to. And of course, I'm only missing Quartermass 2, I think, from all the Hammer stuff. I did order this, and this like I was just telling Risha, what did I tell you? I went like a month or so without ordering anything. Like I didn't order anything for a while. But I ordered this. I ordered this for sure. I like this movie. I ordered that along with what was it? Let's see. Let's jump over to Orbit real quick. Just because I thought I had, well, shit, I thought I had it pulled up over here. What else did I order? Oh, I need to pick up this. Listen, yeah, I can't remember if I talked about this last time. If you haven't seen Twins of Evil, super good movie. Super good movie. But I also picked up Well, hell's bells. Gosh. I just thought it was here on the front page. Still got to get that steel book of Trick or Treat. I ordered Daughters of Darkness 4K. I've talked about this movie a lot. I like this movie. I know there's a Blue Underground, but to be honest, to get the Blue Underground one, that's the slip is out of print, like the box set slip is out of print. It costs more to get that than it does to buy this, and this is a big box set that it's just absolutely loaded with stuff. Like, this is a crazy, erotic, art house, bloody vampire movie if you haven't seen it. So I picked that up as well on a pre-order, and I got one more thing, and I can't remember what it was. Oh, nice. Quick and the Dead. I haven't ordered that yet. Sam Raimi, though. Blockbuster Box said, here's truth. None of the YouTubers are expert. They are fans and enthusiasts that got popular, and they reached that level that they sell their integrity for free shit. I mean, that happens for sure, it seems like. And with some are worse than others, like to where, hey, I'm going to stop even doing YouTube, and I'm just going to do shorts, and somebody's going to pay me to do this and do that, and give me all the free stuff, blah, blah, blah. Hey, look, so I have a hard time because I depend on the shoe. I wear a 14 or a 15. So it's hard. It's getting harder for me if I can't find shoes in the store almost ever. Oh, I love the Double Mint Twins. I talk about them in Friday 13th Final Chapter all the time. I'm super excited to get to the spooky season content, y'all. I've had so many ideas that I've had to keep waiting and waiting to put out because I'm like, that's horror content, I need to save it. Horror content, I need to save it. Oh, some Bones coffee, pumpkin spice, and caramel apple. I got a couple ones in there. I got the Crusaders Cup, the Indiana Jones one from Bones Coffee, and the, what was it, the Dark Side, the Star Wars one Risha got me. It's got like a mocha chocolate in it. Mike, what's up? Boogeyman's Closet, another channel icon in the house. 117 of us. Make sure you hit that like and help me out. We'll set up a little goal, see if that'll help us out here. We can always give us away a movie tonight, maybe. If we get enough to cover the shipping. Let's see. Are we all out there? If you hear anybody screaming, my son's in there playing football with his buddy online. So that's football at day, football at night. Let's see. 61 of us in here liking it. Not too bad. I'm going to set the little thing. We'll do 45 minutes. How about that? And we'll do a giveaway if we hit it. Now I've lost you guys. There you are. Beetlegeist. Okay, so Brian at the Last Movie Standing sent me the info on The Descent on 4K, and I got to be honest, I've never seen that whole movie because I am super duper claustrophobic. Super duper claustrophobic, and that movie sets off my anxiety so bad. It's hard. I appreciate that. What's that? Oh yeah, I got the Dracula Sucks review up on my Patreon, and of course that is mature content one. I'll just say that. How many movies? So like, I mean, I could do The Doorway, Perdition, aka Hollywood Nightmare, Buried Cane, Realm of Souls, Dark Road 79, Bring Me a Dream, and Creature Feature. So I could do 7. I could do 7. Are you talking about like doing the Indiegogo where you do it like that? You know, I don't know. I don't know. But like, I'm okay. The first one means so much to me. I like the first one so much. Again, same with Lethal Weapon, all that stuff. I'm okay with having it separate, even if they do a box set later. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, Robert. And I may set that up that way. I mean, you would almost then it would be like a print on demand. I could say, look, you know, there's been 150 people want to buy this. Let me put out the box. Let me put it out, and then I'll know how much I can spend and all that kind of stuff on it. Yeah, it's been this August has been in the South has been crazy. Here's another look at that Curse of Frankenstein set. This thing is super loaded, and I mean super loaded. It's another one of those 6-disc sets. Like, I cannot wait. That's a good. I like that movie. I like that movie. Looks like they got some more over here at Orbit of the UK version of Nightmare on Elm Street. If you need it. Well, I'm gonna be slanted because I'm a big fan of Bigfoot movies. I have a weird like fun thing of Bigfoot. I like Bigfoot horror movies, Bigfoot movies. Which one have I not mentioned? I just saw those right before I came on. I'm not gonna lie, I almost set my chair over there and fell asleep before I came on. Boogeyman, channel icon. There's Movie Mass. Dude, if you haven't seen Daughters of Darkness, Daughters of Darkness is a movie right up your alley because it's highbrow and lowbrow at the same time. It's art house but exploitation. It's Eurosleaze but artistic. All of it together. It looked good. It looked good. I think it could have been better. I think it could have been better, but I think it looked good. There's no extras in it, nothing. It is plain Jane. Surely someone in the U.S. is going to do that and give us a proper amount of extras and do a little bit better job with the high dynamic range, the Dolby Vision pass on that. Surely they will, but it looked good. It's best it's looked, but I felt like it was a little lacking, and it has no features on it at all. Yep. Yes, they do. Oh yeah, man, my foot. I am a Bigfoot. I am a Bigfoot. A long foot. Yeah, see, I would have bought the Blue Underground because the Blue Underground of Dead and Buried is just excellent. But I just can't justify paying more for the Blue Underground version than for that big box set from Radiance of the 4K. Like, I can get that for $20 less than the Blue Underground version with the slip is going for on eBay. Spooky season starts for me on my channel on September the 1st. Every day from September 1st through November 1st will be Halloween, horror, fall content. Like, you will get some stuff in there, like you'll get like my like autumnal, like fall movie watch list and stuff like that, but mostly it will be horror content every single day, like Halloween and horror content. Oh yeah, I've seen Death Spa. It was on one of my recent lists from a few weeks ago. Oh yeah. Death Spa is a riot, man. Yeah, it depends on the shoe. Like, my cowboy boots are all size 15s. It just depends. It just depends on the shoe. Like, my Under Armour shoes, they run the gamut. Like, the first couple pairs I got were 15s, and then some fit different, and I could get 14s in them. So it just depends. What's up, the kid channel? Yeah, it should be a fun stream. Should be a fun stream. You decorated your house for Halloween last weekend, so you'll see all my decorations come up for spooky season content too. Yeah, that's a big foot for only being 5'6", because I've got about 9 inches in height on you, so that's a big foot for that. Yeah, I honestly, like, I've seen some people kind of down on Scream Factory, but I really kind of want to go through the titles that everybody has released this year, and I think Scream Factory's got more big titles than people are giving them credit for this year. I mean, you got both Sleepaway Camps, you've got The Descent, you've got, you got a lot from Scream Factory this year. You got Night of the Creeps this year on 4K from them. Vampires, What Lies Beneath. There's been some big stuff come from them this year. End of Days is a big one. Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3. You got both Death Stalkers coming out of them this year. They've had some good hits. Abigail they put out. Like I said, Ace Ventura. Plus they've had those 2 big box sets of the blaxploitation films this year. They got Fade to Black. They did the 4K of that. That only had a Blu-ray before. Monkey Shines. They've gotten a lot of Corman stuff this year too. That's good, because they got Humanoids from the Deep and Galaxy of Terror, which I love. Battle Beyond the Stars. They've gotten all those Oliver Stone films. So I think they've done a little more than people want to give them credit for sometimes. And of course, they announced that they're going to do Day of the Dead. That's a huge one. Huge one. Then you get The Descent too. I mean, that's a lot. Oh, from Nova Scotia. My Air 4K of TC. Oh yeah, I've had. I mean, not like I've had my TCMs for probably 3 weeks now. I don't get them for free. I ordered them from Orbit, and they send it out way early. Yeah, I definitely have had that for a while. They look good. They look real good. It's funny. I have another channel, American Vintage Adventures, where I cover where we go to the theme. We love going to the theme parks, Universal Studios, Orlando, and Disney World. And I'm working on a video over there right now where I'm doing a deep dive into the Canadian Pavilion at Epcot, like all the facts and the trivia and the history of that. One of the only watchable horror movies. You don't like horror movies? You love The Descent? See, I can't, like, man, it's so, My review of Dracula Sucks had a biting commentary. There's this one scene, I'm just going to say, where a guy gets bit by a vampire woman in the exact place you would not want to get bit if you're a dude. I've never seen it either. The girls on the cover look smelly. It? You mean the original It? I haven't heard anything about that. Is that what you're talking about? Oh, you're talking about The Descent? I think it's Scream Factory. Oh, I had heard Scream Factory earlier too. Yeah, it's there. It's there on Orbit. 239. 239 on Orbit. Here it is, Jason. Shall I tempt you? Shall I tempt you more? There it is. Be a good Buddhist and cave in. Okay, Lionsgate's doing it. Well, that makes sense. Well, if they're doing it, look, I've got a few things to get from Lionsgate. I got Meatballs. I'll probably get The Descent. I'll get it. And Daybreakers, and it looks like Jacob's Ladder is coming from them. Domestic is Blue Underground, Jason. But it's out of print with the slipcover. See, it's out of print with the slip. That's all you can get it like that without the slip for $30. But I just can't make myself do that. And if you go to eBay, it's going to be more. If you go to eBay, it's going to be more than that. But like this is a huge damn box set, dude. So this has this is limited to 5,000 copies, presented in a rigid outer slip box. It's got an 80-page booklet with this thing. It's got a short film based on this from 1950 on a Jean Cocteau poem about a murderous maid from 1958. It's got a couple of other like 60s, 50s short films on this thing. A behind the scenes from the 70s. New critic reviews. This thing, it's got a new commentary with the director in 2025. This thing is loaded. This thing is loaded for $38.99. So, like, I mean, I had to go with that one. As much as I'd like to have the Blue Underground. Did we get a super chat? I think I saw a super chat. Oh, I appreciate it. Chase Street said, watch the edited version of Dracula Sucks for the first time in a while. It's funnier than I remember. Dracula had like 12 minutes. Yeah, he's got almost no screen time, especially in the cut version, because the cut version is like 71 minutes and the full version is like 20 or 95 minutes. So it's a full like 24 minutes longer. Yeah, the Radiance artwork is superior. It's superior. And that being a big rigid box set for that, for $38.99, all that, you're getting those old 50s and 60s short films by this director based on all these old poems and short stories and all that kind of stuff. Dude, all that stuff, I had to go for that for $38.99. You can't beat that. Oh, interesting. Yeah, Daughters of Darkness, I really like that a lot. It's a trip. Jason, that movie's right 100% up your alley, dude. It could be in the Criterion. Listen, Why So Blue Tube, you've seen Daughters of Darkness. Anyone else who's seen Daughters of Darkness, couldn't you make an argument that it could be in Criterion Collection? Daughters of Darkness for sure could be in it. It could be in the in there in the Criterion Collection. Oh gosh, yeah, I didn't like Freaky Tales. I didn't like Freaky Tales at all, man. Tim, hola, mi amigo. I have never tried anything, dude. I'm a square. I'm a square. I haven't tried anything. I've taken like supplements, like like that you can buy at like GNC or the Vitamin Shop or whatever. It is. It's still blue. Oh, I did not see that. So is it? Is it Scream Factory that got it? There's some conjecture here. I am not a fan of Saw, so I didn't get any of those. Hulk smash. I had a friend who passed away who was a personal trainer with me back when he was a bodybuilder, and I used to train him, even though he had his PhD. And he used to call me the credible Hulk because he said I was big and strong like the Hulk and get angry and Hulk smash, but I always could defend my arguments with logic and reasoning and facts. So he would call me the credible Hulk all the time. So he gave me, like when somebody did that shirt, he gave it to me. I had one for a long time. Okay, all right, Lionsgate makes sense. I've never seen the Florida Project. The only movie I've ever seen of Sean Baker's is Honora, and I didn't like it. I've heard Red Rocket is good, but that's the only movie I've seen of his, and I didn't care for it too much. You don't like Dawn of the Dead? 4K tent? You don't like Dawn of the Dead? What about Day of the Dead's one? Scream Factory got Day of the Dead for sure. Yeah, I've tried to watch it before, and I mean, like, I'm like sweaty hands, nervous. Like, dude. It's supposed to be coming, Beetlejuice. I did. You're going to see the video. You should see the video for that tomorrow. I've had it since Friday. Oh, yeah, Deathstalker 2 is better. Deathstalker 2 is better. It's more fun, more nudity, more craziness. It's just fun. I can't handle anything like that, man. Oof. Yes, it is. It is a fun slasher exploitation. Of course, I got them both sitting right over here. And I thought they did a good job with those two, considering they had like the inner positives, right? So. Oh well, listen. I'm gonna be honest with you. I like Night 90 way better than 78, like way better. And I actually saw Night 90 before I saw the original Night of the Living Dead. Night 90 is one of my favorite zombie movies ever. I didn't see any of that. I know that Orbit just got a boatload of them in. They don't put out the quantity. They don't put out the quantity of Scream Factory. Man, that's not even close. They don't put out the quantity. No. I mean, you got to think Scream Factory has put out 2 blaxploitation sets that each have what, like 6 or 8 4Ks in them, and those count as movies. I'd have to look and see what they each dropped out, which I will do for a video. But there are plenty of months that Arrow only puts out 2 or 3 movies, period, and that's it. I mean, and there's months that Scream Factory will put out. They'll put out 5 individual 4Ks, and then they'll put out a box set that's got 6. They'll put out a damn dozen 4Ks in a month. Let's see. I'd have to try to find like the. But as far as total amount, no. They don't put out the amount of Arrow doesn't put out the amount of 4K Screen Factory does. Oh, I love Epcot. Epcot and old Universal Studios, original Universal Studios. That's my favorite two parks to walk around in, drink, and just take it all in. Screen Factory has all of those Oliver Stone films. I mean, when you want to talk about cult films, like I mean, you had a month where Arrow mainly just put out The Stuff and Cobra. And you put out 2 Texas Chainsaw Massacres and Lost in Space. Those aren't necessarily huge. Those fall into more cult territory too. They had the month where they just put out Creepshow 2 again, and I forget what else it was. Just 2 movies. You got like Spawn. You got Miss 45. I mean, you're leaning more into cult with that overall. Oh, congratulations, Boogeyman. Boogeyman bought a house yesterday and be moving soon. Congratulations. Yeah, I ain't paying. I agree with you there. I ain't paying $30 without a slip. No way. Me too, man. There's something just so cool about the 70s ones and like the early 80s ones. They're very movie like I don't know. There's just like I said it today in the review on Patreon of Dracula Sucks. It's a weird word to say, but there's a charm to them. They were still trying to make like legitimate films. So there's just something cool about that. Yeah, see, yeah, Robert agrees. You could definitely have Criterion do Daughters of Darkness without a question. Yep, not a fan of it. Not a fan. Yeah, because they're not doing any of them unrated, right? Yeah, see, everybody. So, Jason, I'm telling you, Daughters of Darkness right up your alley. I love Killer Clowns from Outer Space, man. 20 more likes to get us to 100. We're almost there. We got one super chat on our way to, I don't know, we could give away like Surf 2. I was going to give that away before if anybody wants Surf 2 from Vinegar Syndrome with Slip. We can get up there that high. Where are we at? 130 of us watching, right at it. 85 likes. We're getting up there. One day, y'all all like me as much as Ken. Every time Ken's on a live, see Ken on the live stream, dude's like, give me the 200 likes. Well, a lot of people have a good like nostalgia for it. That's true. I forgot about the Jet Li. Jet Li collection was a big one for everybody, and they had both blaxploitations, which had what, like 6 movies, 8 movies in them. Like when you're, I think people take for granted when you're putting out the amount of 4Ks that Scream Factory puts out and Shout Studios, and you're still maintaining that high a quality, how hard that is. If you're only doing 2 to 3 maximum per month of 4Ks, it is much easier, and all those should be pristine without a problem. Man, you're dropping a dozen in a month. That's a lot of work. Now they've had some bad months too. What was it? September for them, Vinegar Syndrome, and everybody kind of sucked. But yeah. Yeah, they should on Friday. I haven't heard anything else, but man, if I find out anything on, I love Chopping Mall. I am an unabashed fan. Oh man, did I catch up on this? I caught up. caught up on the damn thing. How about that? I've had some people tell me they don't like Scream Factories, but I got to tell you, I've only ever had one problem with Scream Factory, and it was a disc. And I'm going to be honest with you. It wasn't the disc. It was my player, because I ended up having to replace my player. But I did not know that at the time. And they sent me another disc anyway. I just had to email them. And they sent me another disc like that. And I've never, I guess I've been lucky. I've always paid like the $1 for the insurance or whatever, but I've never had a problem. I've always had my stuff delivered well and everything else. Oh, got another $5 super chat from Chase. He says, you watched the Return to the Castle feature on Dracula Sucks. He said no one would help him make a real Dracula movie, so he made, I saw, he's like, I said, that's what I said in my review. You could tell he's a horror fan because there is gothic imagery in there. There's Hammer film in there. It's all that DNA is in there. And so it's a very intriguing concept to do a legit real movie with not a adult film, but a real just normal film, a horror film. And when you get to the sex scenes, instead of like cutting away the way they do and all that kind of stuff, you just show it. You don't add more. It's just wherever it was going to be in the story anyway, you just show it. It's basically, that's how they went about with the 70s adult films. You could do it now better with better actors. Overall, and you could, you wouldn't be under the constraints because you could shoot digitally. So it's an interesting concept, and you can see that they really just liked the movies. So, I definitely, I'm gonna invest more in those because I'm gonna tell you guys, unless you're just squeamish, like that stuff, that needs to be preserved too. And Vinegar Syndrome puts just as much effort into those 4Ks as they do their regular channel 4Ks. 100% agree, Robert. Scream Factory's 4Ks 99.9% of the time are pristine transfers and sound mixes. I honestly think Scream Factory and Vinegar Syndrome sit at the top as a whole when it comes to 4K restorations, and just a grunt under them, just a hair under them is Arrow. And then I think there's a pretty wide margin before you get to anyone else. Of the majors, and like Blue Underground does great work and stuff like that, but I'm talking about of the majors. Oh yeah, that's a big one. They're closing out with some big titles. And you guys know, like I know some people are talking about Red Sonja now, but like for one time on here, I got a leak. I got somebody tell me something from Arrow way before anyone else. So you can look back, and I reported that Red Sonja was coming to Arrow like 3 weeks ago. That it was coming, and like nobody kind of paid attention, and now everybody started getting those cards. But Red Sonja is a big one for me. They put out that. They put out listen, I'm not saying Arrow. I had Arrow win. They won the year for me last year. And they could again. They could just by sheer force of titles that they're putting out. They could. But we don't know what Scream Factory's closing out with either. Vinegar Syndrome was up there, but man, they had a couple months in a row that kind of hurt them here, in my opinion. I think by and large, I agree. I can't remember. I think that was last year. It was right at the end of last year. Yeah, I agree. They're the best transfers from top to bottom. I agree. They are quietly. I still want to say quietly games. They are. Poseidon was great. Nobody's talking about that one. I mentioned it a while back, but Poseidon was great. Cobra. Cobra's underrated. If you don't know where Cobra started out, how it looked to where it ended up, and I think a lot of people forget it has the whole other television cut on there as a special feature. So you do get a second cut of that film. And I think a lot of people forget that. I agree with this Why So Blue too. That's what it looks like, and I sure hope so. Well, yeah, I mean, if you're a huge Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan, that's going to lift them up. But I mean, they've got some big ones overall. Besides that, too, I mean, Creepshow 2 is big, Cobra's big, the stuff is big. They've had a lot this year. The Jason movie, the Friday 13th movies, they've had a lot. They've had some problems too, though. They've had, the TCM2 had a problem, and they didn't do anything about it, really. And the Cell had a problem, and they didn't do anything about it. And all that counts, too. So there's that. Second Sight, to me, has had a very down year. Very down. Outside of really, for me, I mean, I got scanners, but outside of Nice Guys, which was incredible, an incredible 4K, an incredible set, they're down. They're down this year. I agree, Austin. The Cobra 4K, incredible, incredible. A sneaky contender up there. It is so much better than a lot of people are talking about and giving it credit for. I'm still shocked nobody. What you think? Second Sight is done. Yeah. So I'm going to agree that between with Lionsgate Limited, I think Second Sight and the other one nobody else is talking about that I think is going to get hurt is Umbrella, because everything Umbrella's putting out, Lionsgate's putting out, and Lionsgate, it's going to be cheaper. It's going to be easier to get here. People are going to trust them better. It's going to be infinitely cheaper. And you're going to get the steelbook and all that kind of stuff. And Umbrella, I mean, listen, I know a lot of people like Umbrella, but like most of the time you're buying packaging with Umbrella, because they put out a lot of stuff that already has 4Ks, already has Blu-rays, and they just put it out again in better packaging, and that's it. And I think Lionsgate, because look, Lionsgate's putting out Daybreakers, which Daybreakers already had a 4K. Lionsgate's putting that out. Lionsgate is putting out Dogma. And I think the same thing. I think Second Sight is going to take a hit because of Lionsgate, and Umbrella as well. Yeah, I got Scanners and the Nice Guys. I didn't get the Brood. You get Second Sight over Lionsgate? Yeah, but isn't somebody else releasing that here too? Is it Lionsgate releasing that? You can almost guarantee if Umbrella puts it out, Lionsgate's going to put it out. That's what's going to hurt them. Oh man, I'm going to Halloween Horror Nights at least once, if not twice this year. I'm going to try to get a second time. Me and Richard were talking about that tonight. Could we go, like, literally drive down there on a Friday night, spend the night, go spend the day Saturday, and go to Halloween Horror Nights and drive home Sunday morning? That's my top three. That's my top three every time. Almost every time. Yep, Lionsgate is going to back up anything Umbrella does. I agree. They're going to get it. Lionsgate's going to do it. I heard that is the exact same as the original 4K. Yeah, it doesn't have great. It doesn't have great reviews. It says that it's got bad image softness in that 4K, lots of black crush, a lack of natural color, a weak high dynamic range, and Dolby Vision. It's not a revolutionary transfer. It's a rehash of the original transfer. That's what I'm reading here on the Blu-ray.com review. Um, so I don't know. Yeah, I would like to see it finally come out. Well, Kino Lorber doesn't do anything to them. They just look. I haven't watched this yet, but I just picked this up. It's the rundown, and once again, it's just a scan and no kind of restoration work done to it. They're not doing anything. At least they put some special features on this, but they're not doing any kind of restoration work. So that's I finally got this today too. This came in, Master and Commander. Yeah, Schlockorama. They're just taking them how they sit, scanning them in, and putting an HDR and Dolby Vision grade on them. That should be a really good release. That should be a really good release with them doing it. Uh-oh, Becca found another smut film, Sex and Satan double feature. Is that on the Vinegar Syndrome site? Cutting Corners Kino. That's what, man. You know, I lost like 20-something subscribers on my video where I said they were cutting corners. That's it. They're serviceable. They're getting titles that you want with a little bit of an upgrade. I lost a bunch of subscribers on the video where I called them out for cutting corners. And I'm like, y'all, look, I like them, and I like the movies they put out, but this is just what they're doing. This is what they're doing. Oh, you found it on Orbit. Look at Orbit. Orbit's got some smut on there. Not as Diabolic's got a whole section of like grindhouse exploitation stuff. Look, when they do an actual restoration, it stands out, just like Hard Target. It stands out. You can tell. You can tell when they do. I think we ran out of time on our Target. That's all right. How are we doing on the likes? Get those likes up so people actually know I'm here. Try to take over and be the biggest channel in the physical media space. The legit biggest channel, not the one that paid for subscribers. There's one out there we all know that did that. You know what I want? I want Kino to give me the what, Ninja Domination, all that kind of, that 3-pack set they said they were going to give a while back. I want Kino to give me that. I like Imprint too. They do a lot of re-releases though. I'm very, very interested. I really would love to own. I just can't buy it right now. I would really love to own whatchamacallit, Twins of Evil. I'd really love to own this box set from them. It's just hard, man, and they're expensive, and like, I mean, their stuff takes forever to get to you. Like, I ordered that thing, The Keep, so long ago, I about forgot about it. There's definitely some that went from like 15,000, 17,000 subscribers after 4 years to like 200,000 in 6 weeks' time. They do way too far in advance. I agree. Synapse does great work. Synapse does great 4K work. But God, you're lucky if you get a handful of them per year. Like just a few. They're and that's what I mean. Like if you only had to do, let's say you had to write, all you had to do the whole rest of the year for your work was write 3 10-page papers. But everybody else, your competitors, they all had to write 30 10-page papers. Your 3 better damn well be good, but even if they're great, it's not as impressive if somebody else wrote 30 that were all good. Because they had to do 10 times the amount of work. So like if you only put out a couple a year, man, they better be good because you're not doing anything else. Views matter. Subscribers help your floor. So the more subscribers you have, the higher your floor is going to be. The bottom, your average bottom of your views. So if you got 20,000, if you got 10,000 subscribers, your bottom is probably 1,200 to 1,800 views. That's probably your bottom. You got 20,000, it's probably 2,000 to 3,000 views. 3,200, that's probably your bottom. And you see how that continues to go up. So if you've got 50,000 subscribers, your bottom is probably around 4,000 to 6,000, 4,500 to 6,200 views on every video. So you could see how much faster that could add everything up. And the higher your bottom, the more views you get, the more YouTube reads the views, and the more it pushes stuff out there. So they do matter. Subscribers do matter because they raise your floor of your views. Most of the time when they do it, like you're paying for bots. And if YouTube catches you, they could suspend your account. Though they offer services to where you can basically pay for views yourself, which is crappy. Ignite Films, excellent work, excellent work. That the Reanimator could, for me, it's going to be hard for Reanimator 4K to get beat for 4K release of the year. That's still above and beyond. Above and beyond. Yeah, I mentioned Blue Underground earlier, but again, they just do so few. They do so few. Yeah, I like Lost in Space. They are. Hopefully they get them out. You mean as a movie or a 4K? Because I'm just being honest. As a movie, I like From Beyond the best. But I love Reanimator. As a 4K, Reanimator's better. But I'm going to tell you, From Beyond, it I mean, like, if Reanimator's 100, then From Beyond is a 99.99 repeating. Rumpelstiltskin was a nice 4K. Yeah, they're going to do Bride of Reanimator, and from what I've heard, you're going to get Society out of them too. But I can't guarantee you that yet. And maybe Castle Freak. Jay, what's up with a $2 super chat? Howdy, my friend. What's up? I did pick that up. I'm trying to make myself like it better. I imagine if they do it, it's going to be. Uh-oh, Becca found a nice smut triple feature, Sexorcist Devil, Grindhouse triple feature on DVD. Becca, have you watched my review on Dracula Sucks yet? So, I agree with that, B-Maga. That's pretty much my sentiment. In a Violent Nature is awesome, in my opinion. I get why you're not. I mean, it's like, there are things that I don't like about it. But I'm trying. I bought it. And I don't normally do that. Convoy's incredible 4K, but I think that technically came out in December last year. Convoy's the best 4K I've ever seen. Best 4K I've ever seen. From where it started to where it ended up, it's the best I've ever seen. Post-credit scenes would be a great rating vid. Being my age, grumpy or old men with Burgess Meredith rants still top every MCU. Yeah, gator bait. Like, man, like I ordered gator bait and shit, sledgehammer months ago, man. Months and months ago, and still I don't know when they're coming. Like, I agree. I mean, Convoy is the best 4K I've ever seen from anyone. But I think it officially came out in December of last year. I have not seen that. Yeah, it feels that way. Oh, I love Convoy. Love Convoy. If you have any interest in things like Smokey and the Bandit, anything like that, you're going to like Convoy. Okay, good. You watched Dracula Sucks review. You just hit on why I will never get anything for free. And somebody was complaining. They were like, "I'm tired of hearing you whine about this. You know, you're crying about your 4K reviews and not getting anything for free." I'm like, I don't care if they don't send me anything for free. What I'm telling you is I can't keep up doing 4K reviews with people who get everything for free and ahead of time. Because they can get it without paying for it. I can't, and they can get it way ahead of me. So I can't keep up with that. I'm never going to get anything for free from anybody because I'm always going to tell you from an educated standpoint what I think on it. I'm going to tell you as a fan. I'm going to tell you as a filmmaker. And I don't care if they sent me a $5,000 stack of movies or they sent me nothing. You get the exact same response. Because I don't need free movies bad enough to let that sway what I tell you. I don't collect I don't just hoard all the titles. I don't collect infinite amount of titles. I'm going to get rid of stuff that I don't want. So send it to me or don't send it to me. I believe so. I believe it is. I believe it is. I have seen that, but it's been many, many moons, Squanto. Oh, on Orbit, just when I ordered them, it said to be determined. Oh, well, and a lot of the people who do new movie reviews, they do stuff. They play the game in order to get swag bags and invites to premieres and stuff like that. And to be honest with you, I've been to plenty of premieres in my life, my own and others. I don't care. Be cool to go, but I don't care. My new supplement, because I have such a hard time going to sleep at night. This here is the rubber duck. We just ain't gonna pay no toll. Yes, done by Sam Peckinpah. So you got that sort of Wild Bunch. That's one we need on 4K. You've got Wild Bunch sort of action with all that slow-mo and those cool angles with fighting and stuff, that slow to fast motion that Peckinpah does. Cool ass cinematography and everything, and I just dig it. And I'm gonna tell you, Rubber Duck is like the coolest guy walking. Like him, between him and Smokey and the Bandit, they sucked up. Between him and the Bandit, they sucked up all the cool from everyone else from the 70s through like the next 10 years. They sucked up all the cool. They didn't leave nothing for anybody else. They went so hard. Oh, interesting. So I haven't seen that yet. And everybody keeps telling me to see it. I haven't seen it yet. Shit, man. I reached out a couple times and nobody ever even responded to me. I do. You know, it's funny you mention that because I just watched the original one. I fell asleep watching the original one on Tubi a few nights ago. I hadn't seen it in forever. I appreciate it, man. Well, I just figured, like, by moving them to Patreon, it takes the pressure off of them hurting the channel. Because what will happen, and I know you got to hear, so I need my channel to grow and all that kind of stuff and do well. But what happens is if the 4K reviews don't do well because they've been out, those movies been out a while and everything else, people been doing them. If they don't do well, then YouTube reads that as underperforming video. And so then they don't push your next couple of videos. So it doesn't just hurt that video, it hurts the next several videos. So then you got to fight your way back up to a good spot with YouTube. So I'm just kind of hurting myself. But I love doing the 4K reviews. So I just figured I'll put them over on Patreon. Make it like as cheap as possible. I mean, like you can get my standard reviews on the lowest tier for $2, and it let me give a 25% discount code for that. So, you know, that's the best I can do. That way I can still get something out of doing them. I can still do them for fun, and you guys can still enjoy them, and it don't hurt the channel. That was the best compromise I could come up with, at least for now. Maybe my channel will get big enough to where it won't matter, and then I can just move them back. But that'll be a long time, it looks like. You know, I've been trying my best to get to a point where I could do all that before spooky season, and I'm not sure if I'm going to get to it or not. Which would mean I'll have to wait till November. But I will say, I give you a little hint. I got my, see that poster over there? That was one of the things I was waiting on before I did my room tour. That's an original 1978 one-sheet of Superman. And I got it from a guy who owned a theater. And he sent me an extra poster to go along with it. He sent me some information on his theater that he owned. And everything else, where it was actually hanging in 1978 for the movie and all that kind of stuff. Super cool. Super cool. No, especially not for a few movies. I thought it officially was December. That's why I couldn't put it out on this year. I don't know. I will share this with you guys. I may have shared it before. I never said who it was, but probably 7 months ago, I got contacted by one of the major. Actually, I've been contacted by three. But the first one I got contacted with is one of the major three boutiques, and it was the head of production there, and he said that he wanted to thank me for cutting through the BS and explaining to people about 4K restorations and stuff, because so many, he directly said that people in this niche directly not only affect sales but morale of the people doing the work. And when you really think about it, if these studios, even if you make 10,000 copies of a movie, if these boutiques make 10,000 copies, if I've got 20,000 subscribers and Ken's got 40 and CHH has 40 and this guy's got 50 and this guy's got 80 and this guy's got 10, man, yeah, it don't take that much to influence the sales on. If you're only making a run of 4,000, 10,000 units, yeah, we got the power to crush them. So, or help them a lot. And I mean, they flat out said that. Been contacted by three major studios or three major boutiques that basically tell me that stuff. I've shared the emails with some people in private. I can't share them out here, but I mean, they all three said the same thing, and still not one of them are going to give me anything for free. Now, one of them doesn't give anybody anything for free, but yeah, I just thought it was funny. Luis with a $5 super chat says, "What's up, Chase? If there's anything I'd like to do before I leave this place is meet and hang out with you. I don't drink, but I think we'd hit it off." Hey, man, that'd be awesome. I don't really drink that much either, believe it or not. Not almost never. Like every now and then, a beer, maybe every now and then, just a straight whiskey or like a cocktail for the holidays or something, some kind of fun themed cocktail. I don't drink very much. I'm super square, man. I'm kind of a snob, like when it comes to that. Like if I'm gonna drink alcohol, I'll pair it with food. I know this sounds so foo-foo, and I'm definitely not. But I just don't like to drink enough. I'd rather eat my calories, and I don't like things that mess with my thinking. So I'll have like a wine, and I'm very into food. I'm a foodie, so I'll pair like a wine or a beer with food that I'm eating, or a cocktail, that kind of thing. I do love old fashions, but I appreciate that, man. I'm a very, very chill person. A very, very chill person. Until you make me angry, and then I've dealt with anxiety so long and a temper. Like I used to play football and I train in mixed martial arts and all that stuff, and I've had to try to learn to control my temper over the years, and that combined with an anxiety problem that I'm very honest about. Like I can go from very chill to 11 real quick, and so because of that, like I work very hard to stay chill, and if someone harshes my chill, I get extra angry. But I'm a very chill person. Most of the time I just want to watch movies, TV, and have a snack and hang out. Who's looking for I mean, like I ran up on one when I first started collecting. Like that's one of the movies. See, I'm the wrong person to ask because 4K Tent Revival. He's like, there'll be another one eventually. Probably will be one eventually, maybe when Arrow lets go of the rights or whatever. But they still got the standard in production. But I'm the wrong person to ask because I'm such an Arnold fan. I'd overpay for that one. And I'm going to give you guys a little spoiler on a video that's going to go on my Patreon. I found this in the wild at Barnes & Noble the other day. a limited edition box set in the wild, 50% off. And then I had points. So well, shit. Hold on. Trying not to show my credit card number all out there. So I had points, and I don't know if you can see this or not, but I paid $11.99 for the 4K limited edition of Conan the Destroyer. $11.99. Now, I already had it, but for $11.99, like, I'll probably give this away to somebody, give it as a gift, something. It's like, I can't let that find in the wild sit there for $11.99, can I? I mean, come on, that is out of print. Like, I had to get that. I did pre-order Lost in Space. I sure did. I think that's on its way, actually. Dude, Twins of Evil is awesome. Twins of Evil is awesome. I mean, you have to think, man. Like, there's going to be a certain amount of people that buy it no matter what anybody says. But if you've only got a run of 8,000 and together we have a reach of 1 million people or 500,000 people, it doesn't take that much to... If you just sway 20% of their buying audience, you could cripple them and cause them to lose money on that release. Just 20% of their buying audience. So you don't have to get them all to not buy it. There's a segment that's going to buy the movie no matter what anyone says. That would be me. I don't give a shit what anyone says. I'm going to buy whatever I want to buy. There's that segment that doesn't affect. But that segment is only probably a quarter of the people. So, okay, now out of a 10,000 set, you've sold 2,500. To keep making money and be in profit and be okay going forward, you need to sell all those. If we affect 25% of people as a whole with what we say, then they could lose... What if it's let's say it's $40 a unit? I mean, they could lose $100,000 by not selling 2,500 that they were going to sell, and that could make or break their profit margin. Margins are so tiny on these things. It's a Chase thing. Yes, Paramount's also 50% off. Dude, I recommend... Lost in Space is fun. I like Lost in Space. But, I mean, I like Matt LeBlanc, too, so... Plus, you have, what's her name in there? Heather Graham, right? Oh, that's cool. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate and I'm not. It's funny because I'm not negative, and most of the time I defend the boutiques overall, and I'll be like, look, this is why this looks this way. It's nothing they did, blah blah blah. But I'll also tell you if they cut a shortcut or whatever. I'm not negative for negative sake because I just hate people being negative for the hell of it. Look, dude, my anxiety started when I was 30. And I mean, it could be I'm open about it. It could be debilitating almost sometimes. It's not easy. But that's why I protect my calm very aggressively. So, I don't like it when people are super negative, super confrontational, super bitchy, super this, super that, are extremely pedantic. I got no patience. I love to discuss with people, but, I had somebody on my recent banned movies list that said, I like your video, but it's ridiculous how misleading your thumbnail is because all of these movies are not banned anymore. And I'm like, well, man, this is YouTube. I can't like say on the thumbnail, 10 banned movies that Hollywood doesn't want you to see, and some of these they just tried to hide, and some they won't put out on Blu-ray. I can't like explain all that on a thumbnail. Like you can't explain all that. So I don't have a lot of patience for that kind of like gotcha game or pedantic stuff. Or someone, when I was talking about apt pupil and I was talking about the Nazi stuff, and I said, you know, this stuff really happened, and that's part of the reason we got into World War II. We discovered these things, these atrocities that were going on. And someone's like, that's not why you got into World War II. That doesn't have anything to do with it, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, dude, I have a master's degree in history. I taught history. Like, this is all part of it. Like, you're just trying to argue. I got no patience for that kind of thing. None. Oh, yeah, she is. You know, I was just rewatching it because I got my other copy over there. And yeah, and she's in Bolero too, right? Go watch Bolero. Yeah, dude, $11.99. You can't leave this. You can't leave that setting for $11.99, even if you have it. Even if you have it, you can't leave that setting for $11.99. Get out of here. Well, it was 50% off for the Arrow sale. So it was $60, 50% off, right? And so that made it $15 or $30. Then I had a $15 in points because I'm a Premier member, right? But before that $15 in points, I get an additional 10% off because I'm a Premier Barnes & Noble member. So that took like $3 off. So that made it $27. Then I got $15 more off. That made it $11.99. But that's actually been out of print for a while. Uh-oh, Becca found us another Skinamax. Alien Abduction, Intimate Secrets plus Dream Master, the erotic invader double feature. Me and Becca were talking about, what was it, Becca? The erotic Three Musketeers, which I think Severin has. It is pretty erotic. I've never seen that movie, But I'm a Cheerleader. It always just looked like not for me. I'm not really interested in seeing New Red Sonja. I'm not interested in seeing any remake of an Arnold or a Stallone film. Ever. They're my guys, and I'm not interested in seeing it. Because I'll never be able to watch it without thinking they should be there. Yes, I like Gary Oldman as Dr. Smith, too. Dude, I would be beating down the door to see. Arnold has wanted to do King Conan for a long time. Do we get another super chat down here? Chase again with another $5 super chat. Says Olivia Diablo glistening in all her radiant beauty, and that scene in Bolero is worth watching the movie. Yes. Yep. Top 20 most annoying posters. I want to. Most of the time, if they keep on, like, I'll let them talk. I mean, I'll let people have their opinion. But if you just keep on and you're trying to get a rise out of me and argue, my life's too short for that. I'll ignore you or get rid of it. I got to get that one, and so that may be something I pick up on this sale coming up. Yes, Why So Bluetooth? Me and you are on the same page on that, man. That Barnes and Noble membership is worth it. You get so many points back. Like that $15 was I still have more other money from the July Criterion purchases. So like when I get there, I'm going to have like another $20 Criterion money for the next Criterion thing. And it just kind of keeps compounding on itself. That's Becca, baby. I love it. I know, it's a big mess. I don't know. I like The Last Stand. I can't remember what else he's done since then. Oh, he's done Eraser since then. I liked Eraser. He's done True Lies since Last Action Hero. Last Stand is a Western, basically, and I like it. Tyler P. Always have to say, my very first channel member in the house. What's up, man? Yeah, The Last Stand, that made on my movies you didn't know were Westerns list that nobody watched. Nobody watched that. I thought that was going to be a cool concept. Nobody watched that video. You never know what people are going to watch. But yeah, I liked it. Yeah, but man, like you can't look back at it. It's something from mid '90s and say CGI crocodiles because at that time it was what it looked like. Criterion's been having some big ones announced. Yeah, Maggie was a great performance by Arnold. Killing Gunther is underrated. Arnold having fun with poking fun at himself. There's rumors of it coming, but we'll see if it happens or not. Yeah, that's true, but you could say that about any old like CGI. Carrie in the house. What's up, man? Got back from driving from Toronto. Damn. Hey, Mr. Wayne. Yeah, that was filmed here in Georgia. I know a lot of people involved in that production. It was really violent. It was really violent. Yeah, I gotta say so. I gotta say so too. Yeah, yeah, I like it. I think it's fun. I mean, Johnny Knoxville's stupid comic relief. That's what he always is. Meredith snuck in here. Meredith, what is up? How are you doing tonight? Look at that. Meredith snuck in here and gave me a $20 super chat. Thank you so much, Meredith. She said, just because you're you and I support everything you stand for, you're amazing. Chase, such a stand-up guy. That means a lot to me, Meredith. It does. That means a lot to me. We still got to do a stream together. I've been like so underwater trying to catch up with everything. Like you guys may not get a video from me on either Thursday or Friday. One of those 2 days you won't get a video from me probably, and probably not on Sunday because I mean with all the football stuff, and I'm trying to get videos ready ahead of time, plus that big collaboration video to start spooky season. So I've just been like a drowning man with my nose just like just above water, just above water. But thank you so much for that, Meredith. Saw Meredith working out. She was in her like workout outfit and everything in there on Instagram, kicking it out. Oh, Twins of Evil is a high recommendation. High, high, high. I just bought. I bleh. I want to buy this set right here. That I really want to get that. It's $80 though, and I just bought the Curse of Frankenstein and the Daughters of Darkness. So I just didn't have the money. Can't buy everything. But I really want to get that Twins of Evil. I do have where is it? I do have the Synapse Blu-ray of it, which looks good. It looks good. But you know, these two twins at the time were in Playboy and all that kind of stuff, and you know, it's a sleazy kind of erotic horror, but like it is. You got Peter Cushing in this. This is part of the Karnstein trilogy, which was a sleazy trilogy of Hammer, like vampire movies. Count Karnstein, and you got Peter Cushing in this, who goes like judge, jury, and executioner on people, and he doesn't care who it is. He gonna chop some heads off. But it is a high recommend. High recommend. I would love to have that Twins of Evil imprint set. That's the first time on 4K for it too. It's a 4K debut. Oh, Last Stand was the same director who did I Saw the Devil. I've never seen I Saw the Devil. Top 3 Arnold movies that I want on 4K. Commando. Pumping Iron. I really want Pumping Iron on 4K. And Twins. Twins. I'd love to have Twins on 4K. Commando, Twins, and Pumping Iron. Pumping Iron would be amazing on 4K. Yeah, so like I'm supposed to have like 5 or 6 guys send video clips for Monster Monday video. Yeah, but you got to remember, everybody at the time, people hated Last Action Hero. Almost everybody hated it. They weren't ready for that kind of meta thing yet. Oh my gosh, I wish I had time to read. So like if I'm not listening to other people's YouTube videos, because I'm a fan, I watch everybody's videos. Me and Risha watch people's videos. If we're not watching other people's movie related videos, we're watching like Universal Studios and Disney travel videos on YouTube. And then like Friday and Saturdays we watch movies. But the rest of the time I'm listening to a book on audiobooks on my phone, my headphones. I'm almost finished listening to Christine, the Stephen King book. Ashley! Yeah, I'm not into that. I'm not into that movie at all. Striptease, the greatest exotic dancers of all time, plus Taboo, the beginning of erotic cinema. Hey. I gotta save my money because I'm going to try to get some Melusine titles on Thursday night. You know how I said I would kill you last? I lied. Don't. There's so many one-liners in that. Don't bother my friend. He's dead tired. I never got the hate for it either. I love it. I pound the drum on that one. Give me Twins. Give me the one that launched his career. Give me Pumping Iron. I watch other people's videos. Oh, dude, they like that would ice the cake for them. I know. I've been looking at your Instagram. You're busy as hell. Maggie was overall pretty dull, but I think it's got some good performances in it and very different for him. Killing Gunther, if you guys have not seen Killing Gunther is a blast. It is a blast. They don't even have it on here. I don't even know if you can still get it or not. There's that Daughters of Darkness. Man, dang. I can't spell tonight. I'm tired. Damn, nobody's got it? Maybe out of print. There it is. If you haven't seen that movie right there, that is a fun high recommend. I like Kevin. I like Sabotage. That was filmed here. I know a lot of people in with the production on that. A lot of actors that were involved in it. I have not, William. I have not seen the Sweet Revenge Friday the 13th vignette yet. I would agree, Paul. If Arrow was to pull out the Commando 4K chunky box, they win it hands down. Yeah, Chase. A lot of people forget Alyssa Milano was in that in Commando. You haven't missed a ton with Junior. Junior is something. You know, it does look interesting, Boogeyman, but I've read that book, and that book ain't scary. So I keep seeing all these commercials about how scary that. There's nothing scary about that book. If anything, it reminds me. I used to always think when I saw Hunger Games that Hunger Games ripped it off. But that movie's. I don't see how they're making it scary. I've read that book a couple of times. Nerdy Panda in the house. What's up, man? At some point, it'll get a 4K. Yes, Aftermath is good, where he shows up and, like, yeah. I've only seen that one time, believe it or not. Yeah, Donnie, I got to get out of here in a few minutes myself. I promised I would only go to 11 tonight. You hardly ever see these big shot blue tubers in other channels live stream chats. Yeah, man, I just enjoy it. Like, I enjoy talking to people about movies, listening to what other people have to say, hanging out, and we kind of just save movies. Like, sometimes I'll watch movies like as I'm going to sleep at night, but usually we're watching other people's YouTube stuff throughout the week while we're eating dinner and talking and everything else, and talking about what people say. And then, like, on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, usually we're watching movies. It better not be censored if it comes to 4K. I do not like Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. They wanted to make a girl boss Mary Sue, and to do that, they wanted to try to destroy and belittle and emasculate Indiana Jones. Other than that, like, the concept I was fine with. A lot of people didn't like the time travel. I thought that was cool. It's a lot to keep up with, isn't it? It's a lot more than people realize. But see, like I agree with that. But I am the yeah, I agree with that. My I actually enjoy. I like Kingdom of Crystal Skull. If you guys hadn't, the one that came before that, that would have been a better place to end it. If they instead of doing what they did, because that one still, to me, I'm a Spielberg guy, and that one had Spielberg's fingerprints all over it. So, see, why so Bluetooth hated Crystal Skull? Like, I had no hate for it. Like, I liked the Ancient Alien theory. Steven Spielberg couldn't wait to get back to some Close Encounters roots with aliens and stuff at the end of the movie and all that. So I liked it. It felt like 100, and the whole hat blowing in at the end, all that felt very Indy, very Spielberg to me. And a lot of people have problems with Indy surviving in a lead-lined refrigerator at the edge of a nuke blast zone. But you can't tell me you got a problem with that, but you got no problem with Temple of Doom, with people pulling, people's hearts out and having them beating while they're still alive and all that kind of stuff. If you got no problem with that, you can't have a problem with the other. I agree. I like it better than Temple of Doom. Temple of Doom, future Miss Spielberg just screams her way through the movie. I did not get a replacement copy of it yet. I did not. Yeah, Escape Plan wasn't bad with Schwarzenegger and Stallone. Erotic Adventures of Three Musketeers. Different side of the Three Musketeers. Yeah, a different side for sure. It's definitely a different side. All kinds of sides. Front, back, underneath. All kinds of sides. I have a superhero movie ranking. My top 10 superhero movies of all time. And I'm not going to get to it. I'm not going to have time to get to it before spooky season content. So that kind of stuff will have to wait. I'll probably do that in like November, December stuff. Yeah, Chris Pratt would have been a really good Indiana Jones. All right, you guys. I am going to get off here. I am tired. I got a lot of videos to do over the next couple of days. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Don't forget, we're going to be back on Thursday night with a live stream. We'll probably come on at about 11 o'clock, something around there, and talk for a while with everyone and then cover the Vinegar Syndrome sale. And, of course, I'll have a video up tomorrow. And I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I'm just so tired. I took my sleep pill about 45 minutes ago. And it's starting to get there. And 4K Tent Revival, thank you for hanging out. John Doe Juggalo, Meredith, thank you so much for your kind words and your super chat. Thank you, Chase. Thank you for his super chats. Becca, thank you for all the dirty recommendations. Boogeyman's Closet, thanks for hanging out. Carrie in here still. Tim in here. Porky Mike Hunt is in here. Schlockorama, Kevin's still in here. Mr. Wayne, Donnie, good night, my friend. Some 8, Sitho Brick, Paul. Man, I appreciate all y'all hanging out so much. And I'll see y'all again real soon. But you know the drill. Should I sign it off? Till next time. Be kind, rewind like always. Chase with AV Pop Culture. And I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.